Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to part 13 of my Blu Ray slash DVD collection. Okay, I'm on this cabinet right here, and so let's get to it. It's around 2:24 in the morning. I want to do this and go to bed, so let me get through this fast, hopefully. Okay, first thing is the Home Alone collection. The first two movies, of course, to me are the best, the ones with Macaulay Culkin. Okay, then we have the Maryland collection. I got this from eBay. That's why the thing is came kind of damaged, but I love the movies in this. You got Jennifer Blondes, How to Marry a Millionaire, River of No Return, There's No Business Like Show Business, 7 Year Itch, Some Like It Hot, and The Misfits. Great, big Marilyn Monroe fan, so that's great. And of course, I got Finding Nemo, it's the 3D version, Ultimate. And of course, they're doing the sequel, Finding Dory or something. I think that's a sequel. Anyway, then we have Finding Nemo. This is the metal pack that came with, I got for Finding Nemo right there. And then we have Brave, okay, which was okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Okay, but it was okay. And then we have Curse of Chucky, okay, which is a decent, actually, a decent sequel, okay. And of course, it's the metal pack for Brave right there. I'll keep that with the original there. Okay, and then we have Hostage, a nice action movie with Bruce Willis. Plays I think a hostage negotiator, and he gets blackmail, and who's in this movie? Ben Foster gives great support in this movie. You know, he plays like a small time crook in this movie. He's pretty good in it. Actually, then we have the original Universal Soldier, Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Okay, and then we have Jaws, the Digibook. Okay, got that. Okay, and then we have, of course, Jaws. You know, right there with this on the Universal cover, you know, the fancy cover of a classic movie. And then we have The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I got this from Emirate 666. I believe in a trade. I got it from Nick, and because it's one of my absolute favorite westerns, John Ford's last western with John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart, really good movie, and Lee Marvin. Okay, and then we have Bruce Almighty. Okay, where God takes vacation and gives Bruce power. I only seen clips of this. I gotta watch this from beginning to end. Jim Carrey. Okay, and then we have This Is the End, which I really enjoyed. It really surprised me how good it was. Okay, Seth Rogen, ton of comics in this. James Franco, Jonah Hill, Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, Michael Cera, Emma Watson, a ton of other cameos in this. This is actually really decent, funny, and really good. Actually, a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, and then we have The Apartment. Jack Lemmon, Shirley MacLaine, Fred McMurray, about an ad executive. He's an office worker. Jack Lemmon, who gives his apartment to like executives so they can fool around, basically. And then, of course, he meets Shirley MacLaine, who's like an elevator operator. Okay, and then of course he has a crush on her, and then he finds out that she's having an affair with Fred McMurray, and then complications ensue. Excuse me, and but it's a really good movie. I love the chemistry between Shirley MacLaine and Jack Lemmon. Then we have Steve McQueen, Bullet, mostly for the infamous car chase in this. I'm a big Steve McQueen fan, so I got that. Then we have one of the best animated movies I saw last year, The Croods. Okay, a really good movie. Nicolas Cage plays the patriots of this caveman family. Emma Stone is a daughter who wants to get out and adventure things, and the world is ending, and they meet what's his name, Ryan Reynolds, who plays Guy. Okay, who was I guess he's Cro-Magnon, and Nicolas Cage and his family are Neanderthals. Okay, but it's really good. And I think I heard they're making a sequel to that because it was one of the best animated movies, and it made a lot of money. Okay, definitely worth seeing a sequel. Then What Dreams May Come. I saw this a long time ago, and visually this movie I think it won, Academy Award for best visuals. I think this is about a story about a guy who dies, Robin Williams, and then his wife was so despaired that she actually killed herself, and then basically he's trying to find her in heaven, and Cuba Gooding is like an angel, and I watched that again. That's pretty good. And then another movie that I heard a lot about but never got to see, this is called The Fountain. Hugh Jackman, Rachel Weisz, and I think it's with Darren Aronofsky. Yep. So I'm back to watch this because I heard good things about this. Very underrated movie, I heard. And then we have Sorority Row. This is the remake. Okay, and I want to watch this because I like the actresses in this. About I think a fraternity or I guess a sorority where when somebody accidentally dies and years later people start taking revenge. I love those type of horror movies when they do that. And then we have We Are the Millers. about the this drug dealer played by this guy Jason Sudeikis, who basically has to invent a family, and go to Mexico and bring back a ton of weed. Okay, okay. Then we have the Wizard of Oz, the 3D. I guess you call this the metal pack. Okay, I got that one. Okay, Best Buy exclusive. And then we have the Little Mermaid, of course. There we go, Disney animated classic. And then we have Percy Jackson, The Sea of Monsters, which is a disappointing sequel to me. Okay, it wasn't as good as it could have been, I think. Could have been a lot better than it was. And then we have Creepshow, the original, George Romero and Stephen King. A really, really good movie. A lot of great stories, and there's a lot of great casting. We have Ted Danson, Leslie Nielsen, Adrienne Barbeau, Fritz Weaver, and E.J. Marshall. Just a really good anthology of horror stories, and really, really good. And then we have the Disney classic Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke. I saw this a long time ago. Okay, so it's the 50th anniversary of that. And then we have Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, Irwin Allen's. Okay, and I got Walter Pidgeon's in this, right? Yeah, Walter Pidgeon, Joan Fontaine, Barbara Eden, and Peter Lorre, and Robert Sterling. Okay, I want to see that actually. Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. I look at all those adventure movies. And we have Howling, directed by Joe Dante, Dee Wallace, about this reporter that basically she survives an attack by a serial killer, and then she goes to this retreat to heal. And of course, that retreat is a retreat of werewolves. Okay. Okay, there we go. Really good movie, Joe Dante. Okay, and then we have, of course, George Romero's Day of the Dead. Okay, I love the Day of the Dead movie. Night of the Living Dead is my favorite, I think. Then we have Day of the Dead. Okay. Okay, and then we have, I love Hammer Horror. Okay, and we have Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Okay, I think, which is the, if I remember this right, I think this is the third movie in the Dracula series, because the first one was Christopher Lee, and then the second movie wasn't with Christopher Lee, wasn't in it, and then he came back in this movie, and he has a little known fact, he has little to no dialogue. I think he has no dialogue at all in this movie. Okay, and about two couples that venture out on a vacation. They wind up in Castle Dracula, and then mayhem ensues. Okay, and then we have Stir of Echoes, a really good movie. Kevin Bacon, his sister-in-law hypnotizes him, and basically he becomes I think they call it a conduit, and he starts to have these flashes of memories about this murdered girl. Really, really good movie. Okay, really creepy. And then we have Total Recall. This is the mind-bending edition. I love Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember seeing that in the movie theater? Get your ass to Mars. All the Right Moves. Tom Cruise, great about Tom Cruise, Crazy Nelson, and what's the girl from Back to the Future? What's her name? Leah Thompson. About this small town football, Pittsburgh football in Pittsburgh, and he wants to break out, and of course he don't want to work in the mines. Not the mines. Yes, just the mines. Yeah, you don't want to work in the mines. And it's a really good movie. Tom Cruise is really good in that. Freddy vs. Jason. Love that. Then we have The Strangers. Liv Tyler, Scott Speedman. About these this couple that go out and basically get terrorized by these three people. I heard they're making this another part to that. And then we have Sherlock. This is the season 2-disc collection. I like this. Benedict Cumberbatch, Martin Freeman. Okay, and then we have Saw, the original. Okay, what started it all. Okay, I think I saw up to Saw 4. I haven't seen, and I think there was a couple of parts after that, but I didn't see the parts after that. Let me put this down here so I have more room. Okay, but I haven't seen. I think I'm up to the part where the one where Jigsaw at the end, he gets his throat cut. I think up to that part, which I think is part 4. I think I haven't seen any other after that. Anyone saw a movie after that one. Okay, John Cusack, Say Anything. I love this movie. He plays this guy. He wants to date this real rich girl, and he has the great Peter Gabriel songs in this. I love it. And then we have The World, Tenenbaums. Okay, right there, really good movie by. This is what's his face? Wes Anderson. I know people make a big deal about Wes Anderson, but I really like this movie. I saw this on cable and just fell in love with it. Got a great cast. Gwyneth Paltrow, Gene Hackman, Angelina Houston, Bill Murray, Ben Stiller, uh, Luke Wilson. Just a really good movie about this weird family. And then we have Closer. Okay, what a cast. Julia Roberts, Jude Law, Natalie Portman, and Clive Owen. Okay, about these four couples that, basically they're cheating on each other. And it's a really good drama. Okay, and Natalie Portman is a stripper. At A1. Okay, and I got this, I think, from Spielberg 23769 DVD in a trade. This is Back to the Future, or I won a contest. Either one I can get, but it's limited edition. Back to the Future Steelbook. I love that. I love Back to the Future movies. I'll probably be reviewing those movies when I do my film series reviews. And Terminator is, I love the Terminator movies, of course. For obvious reasons, my boys. Okay. Okay, Judgment Day Steelbook. And then we have these on sale. I love Torchwood. Okay, that was a BBC show. I think it lasted 3 seasons. I think of the BBC, 3 or 4. Okay, before Showtime or Stars, whatever it was that had those movies. Anyway, this is a complete. I think these on sale for like $9.99. Got this. This is the complete first season on Blu Ray. Okay, and then this is the complete second season on Blu Ray. And then we have Batman, the Dark Knight Returns animated movies. There's part 1, okay, and then of course part 2. Peter Weller plays, Batman, and that great. Read the comic, animated movie, perfect. And I know there's a steelbook with both movies combined. I said I think I should want to get. And then Pitch Perfect, Anna Kendrick, who I absolutely love in this movie, about competition, this competition in college. And I think it's a step competition. That's what they call it. But I heard they're making a sequel as well too. Pitch Perfect. Okay, and then now a DVD. Somewhere in Time. This is one of my absolute favorite romantic movies of all time. Christopher Reeve, Jane Seymour. He plays this guy who this old lady comes to at the beginning of the movie and says, "Come back to me," and then they find out later that she dies, and then he finds out, does some investigation, and finds out that he was actually back in time when this lady was younger, and then he basically, through a little, you have to see it to believe it, manipulation, he was able to travel back in time and reunite with her. And Jane Seymour never looked more beautiful than she does in this movie. Absolutely, this is one of my favorite romantic movies of all time. Somewhere in Time. And then another DVD. Now this movie, Megan is Missing, is a low-budget movie, and it's really one of these unforgettable movies about somebody disappearing. Okay, and then people worrying about what happens. And this movie is really chilling. Okay, and the ending is, whew, I'm just gonna say that. And I know I heard other people were talking about it and saying it was memorable and it was unforgettable. Okay, for a low-budget movie, it really got to me. And Little Shop of Horrors, of course, is the musical. Okay, the director's cut, Steve Martin, John Candy, of course, Rick Moranis, and Ellen Green. About the plan. Feed me, Audrey the plant. Feed me. And then we, of course, we have Malcolm X. Okay, Denzel Washington. Okay, he should have won the Academy Award for this part. Okay, he was fantastic in this movie. Okay, it's Malcolm X. Okay, that's a digibook. Those two were digibooks. And then we have another Criterion, Rosemary's the Baby. I love this movie. Mia Farrow, John Cassavetes, about this couple that moves in having a baby, and of course the neighbors happen to be Satan worshippers. Okay, yeah. And then we have Paranormal. I got this from Kayla Jarrett, my Canadian angel. Okay, she sent that to me. I love the slipcover for Paranormal. A really nice animated movie. And then of course this is the American version of it. Okay, right there. Okay, and there's another version that Ali Walker has, which is a 3D version. Not a 3D, but a glow-in-the-dark version. That's what it is. Okay, then we have The Game. Michael Douglas, Sean Penn. Michael Douglas is a real rich kid, and his brother arranges for him to participate in this game, which is not a normal type of game. Okay, then we have Prometheus. Okay, the sequel to the Alien movies. Like that. Michael Fassbender's in this, and I like this movie. I know people give it crap, but I liked it. It entertained me. Great cast in this. You got Idris Elba. What's her name? Jeez, I can't think of her name now. South African actress. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. Won an Academy Award for Monster. Charlize Theron. Jesus Christ, I can't remember her name. Rock of Ages, which is a really, really good movie. Again, Okay, and a great cast in this. Tom Cruise is fantastic in this. Okay, then we have, of course, Christopher Nolan's, okay, Memento, okay, about a guy who has short-term memory problems and he basically has to write everything down, okay, and really, really good. And that twist in there, you know what the twist is for those who've seen it. Okay, and then we have The Tree of Life, written and directed by Terrence Malick, starring Brad Pitt and Sean Penn and what's her name? I can't remember the name of the other girl, the woman that's in this, who was in Jesus, I can't remember her name. Who was in Help and the other movie I can't remember. Jesus, I can't remember her name. Who was in I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a complete blank on her name. Okay, let me take this down. Okay, now we have The Incredibles. I got this from Australia, I think from Nick Emirate 666. The Incredibles. Love that movie. Then we have Ted, and of course they're making a sequel to this, which is absolutely hilarious. Seth MacFarlane. And then Sweeney Todd, Johnny Depp was really good. He actually could sing, and real good about a guy who wants revenge. Okay, and Good Will Hunting, which I still haven't watched. Okay, Robin Williams, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck is in this. I gotta watch that. Then we have The Yellow Submarine, The Beatles. Okay, you know I'm a big Beatles fan, so I got in the animated on Blu Ray. Gotta watch it. You know, love the songs in that. And the animation is trippy. Road to Perdition, a really good movie. Tom Hanks, Paul Newman, Jude Law, and I think Daniel Craig, young Daniel Craig, is in this. About this hitman, Tom Hanks, who basically, basically, I think he kills Paul Newman's son, which is played by Daniel Craig, who's out of control. And of course, he has to go on. Then, of course, his family gets killed, and he has to go on a run with his son, with his younger son. And then we have, of course, a wrestling classic, The Magnificent Seven, about this town that hires these, these guys to protect itself from this band, even worse bandit, Eli Wallach's character, I think, in that movie. Then we have Betty and June. Okay, love this movie. Johnny Depp, Mary Stuart Masterson. Okay, Mary Stuart Masterson plays this, I think she's mentally challenged, and Johnny Depp is this guy who's fascinated with Buster Keaton, and they kind of bond together, and Aidan Quinn is our overprotected brother. A really good, fun movie. And then we have War Games. Matthew Broderick, Dabney Coleman, John Wood. Okay, yeah, we're basically, I think what happens is, doesn't he hack into the defense thing, and then, of course, the machine actually starts playing war games for real? Okay, I think that's the way that went. And we have 28 weeks later and 28 days later, two really good horror movies about zombies, and fast zombies too. This is really good. Then we have The Secret Lives of Bees, which I got off of eBay. Okay, and Queen Latifah, Dakota Fanning, Jennifer Hudson, Alicia Keys, and Sophia Okandanda. And I've seen clips of this, but I haven't watched this from the beginning to end. But I got it because I like the cast. I saw the clips and I really wanted to see this, so I got that from eBay. And then we got Pineapple Express, Seth Rogen, James Franco, their first collaboration together. And it's a funny movie. It has its moments, but it's not as great as people made it out to be, in my opinion. They made it out to be the be-all, end-all, and it ain't that funny. Okay, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Then Halloween 4, okay, Danielle Harris. And Halloween 5, Danielle Harris. Okay, those are the reasons I got those two movies. Okay, and then Mad Monster Party, classic. Love the music in this. Love the animation. Love that old stop-motion animation. And basically with and I love creepy old-time monsters in it. So I got that. And we have, of course, the original Jeepers Creepers, which is really, really freaky and really, really scary. And the ending is unforgettable for that one. Okay. Then we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Dennis Hopper going nuts, going up against the family. And really, really good. I remember seeing that in the theater a long time ago when it first came out. Then Grosse Pointe Blank, John Cusack plays a hitman that goes back to his hometown for a reunion, of course, and of course his real professional life coincides with his hometown life. And then you got, of course, Minnie Driver, and there's good support in that. That's really good. And then we have Identity, another really good kind of mystery movie, and to say more about it would kind of spoil it, but about all these people that are trapped in this hotel with a killer. Okay, and it has a twist in it, which is really good. And then we have Revolutionary Road, Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio reunited again. Okay, and this is a real good story about a couple going through a very hard time in their marriage, and it's really good performances by both of them. And then of course we have The Graduate, Justin Hoffman, Anne Bancroft. I think I have this. I think I remember saying this, so I might have 2 copies of this. Anyway, about a guy, college graduate, and he begins basically having an affair with with his wife's neighbor, with his parents' neighbor's wife. Okay, and then of course played by Anne Bancroft, and then he meets her daughter and starts to fall for her, and it gets complicated, and it's a really good movie, Justin Hoffman. And then we have Fringe. I think this is the complete 4th season on Blu Ray. There we go. I love this show. My absolute favorite show that shouldn't have got canceled. Okay, Fox is awful with that, canceling good shows. Then Dirty Pretty Secrets. Audrey Tautou and Sheila Ejiofor is in this as well, and it's real good about immigrants and stuff and what they have to do to survive. It's a really good movie. And then another good drama, John Cusack, High Fidelity, who plays his record store owner, and he goes through the course of his relationships, and he's obsessed with records, of course, and stuff. And it's a really good movie. John Cusack, Stephen Frears directed this. Really good. Okay. And then of course we have the Digibook for E.T. Phono. Okay. And then we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the remake, which was actually a decent remake. Okay. Jessica Biel, smoking hot in that. Then we have Cradle to the Grave. I love these movies that came out back in the 90s. Okay, Jet Li and DMX. Okay, Cradle to the Grave. Nice mix of action. I think Joel Silver produced these, and they were like good action movies. Okay, they either had singers and rappers and action stars together in movies. The Cradle to the Grave, Romeo is Bleeding, I think is another one. Corpse Bride, Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. A really good movie, really creepy, good animated movie. Okay, and I think this was produced. Was this directed? Yeah, I think this. Yeah, this was. Yeah, this was directed by Tim Burton. Okay, then we have The Princess Bride DVD. Good luck storming the castle. I love that movie. Then we have Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure. And Bill Esquire, Ted Theodore Logan. We are the young stallion, wild stallions. I love that. Okay, that was good comedy. Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, and of course the late great George Carlin. Okay. Source Code, a really good action drama movie and with a sci-fi twist to it. Jake Gyllenhaal, Michelle Monaghan, and Vera Farmiga. Okay, really good movie. And of course we have the classic Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, Jack Skellington. That's a really good movie. Love that. Then we have, of course, Tangled. Okay, another more modern Disney movie, and it actually was decent. I like Tangled a lot, and I miss Frozen. I'll wait till I think Frozen is going to come out in video. I mean, I could go see it now technically, but I don't normally go to see animated movies in the theater. But I'll definitely be buying Frozen when it comes on video. Johnny Depp and Rango about a lizard. And a lizard and a western. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Actually, I really like that. And then Meet the Robinsons 3D. This was actually a really good movie. It had a good heart, basically about this guy who was an orphan. Okay, and it travels into the future, and it's about family mostly, and it's a really sweet movie with a real good heart to it. Okay, and then we have Tango and Cash, Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. A nice action movie. Okay, then we have the classic Body Heat, William Hurt and Kathleen Turner. Smoking hot Kathleen Turner in this movie. Smoking hot. And the way that movie ended. That's all I'm going to say. Then we have Will Smith, I, Robot 3D. That's how I got my son. This came from my son. I, Robot, the 3D version. Okay, I love I, Robot. And then we have Savages. I really like this movie as well. Taylor Kitsch, Blake Lively, Aaron Johnson, John Travolta, Benicio del Toro, and Salma Hayek, directed by Oliver Stone. Really good movie. I like Savages. Some people give it crap, but I liked it. And then we have, of course, Lawrence of Arabia. Of course, I love this movie, and I think that the fact that there's no women in this movie at all. I think I read that a long time ago. And when after seeing the movie, they said there's no women at all in the movie. Okay. And Megamind, I actually love this movie. Will Ferrell, Brad Pitt, and what's her name? What's her name? Jonah Hill's in this, and what's her name? Tina Fey. Okay. This movie had a lot of heart, and there's a part in here that kind of breaks your heart in the movie. Okay, when he gets found out, and you know what I'm saying, mean when I say that. When he gets found out. Okay, really good movie, real good, really underrated. I think, in my opinion, Megamind was really good. I totally enjoyed it. Atonement, basically about a lie that a girl tells that affects other people's lives, and it's a real powerful movie. Keira Knightley, what's his name? I can't remember his name. What's his name? James McAvoy. Jeez, I'm sorry, I couldn't remember his name. James McAvoy. Really good movie. And then we have Texas Chainsaw 3D, probably one of the worst movies in my collection. Okay, I only went to see this and got it because of the girl that's in this movie who should have been Wonder Woman. Okay, what's her name? It's Alexandra Daddario, who was actually gorgeous, and she's also in True Detective. You gotta watch that show because she's really good in that, and she's naked in it too as well. For those who care about those things, I'm above that. Okay, Elf, which is a really funny comedy, Will Ferrell. And then we have E.T. the Steelbook. This is the Target exclusive. No, Walmart. Target exclusive. The E.T. Steelbook. Okay. And then we have Horrible Bosses, which I watched recently, well, a couple of months ago, I think. And really, really funny, really, really good. Charlie Day had me cracking up in this movie. Okay. And Jason Sudeikis is a nut. And then we have Up. Okay, one of my favorite Disney Pixar movies. Okay, Ed Asner. Really good, and the movie had heart too. And let's see. Hold on, let me take this down because I think I got one last row to review. I know this movie is okay, hold on, let me take this down. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, we have Wedding Crashers, which I haven't yet to see, but I got it because I love Vince Vaughn. Okay, Owen Wilson not so much, but I like Vince Vaughn, so I gotta watch that. And then we have The Man in the Iron Mask, Leonardo DiCaprio. He plays the twins. Okay, also Jeremy Irons, John Malkovich, Gerard Depardieu, and Gabriel Byrne. I love this story. I've seen this. I gotta watch this again. Leonardo DiCaprio, plays two characters. And The Man in the Iron Mask. Really, Dick Tracy. Okay, I actually like this movie. It's on Blu Ray. Got that. Warren Beatty directed that, starred as Dick Tracy, and I love the way it's shot. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. Okay, I love Ron Perlman as Hellboy. They should make a third one. Okay, definitely. Then Gone with the Wind, the classic. Frankly, Scarlet, I don't give a damn. And then, of course, The Expendables, Part 2. There we go. I love the opening scene in this movie. Okay, and Arnold and Bruce Willis are more involved in this movie. And screw you, Bruce Willis, for being greedy and not coming back in Part 3. Okay, and then Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is funny and scary at the same time. Okay. Then we have the Indiana Jones collection, the complete series. The only movie I haven't seen in this series is the fourth one, of course, the Curse of the Crystal Skull, and I'll probably be reviewing all four of these movies in my film series reviews. Eventually, I'll get to that. And then we have The Four Feathers. This is the original 1939 movie about this guy who's I think it's in Britain, where he's in the army with his three friends, and basically he has doubts, because they're training it, and then war is coming, and he kind of expresses his doubt, and he basically quits, and his friends sent him 4 feathers. Well, his 3 friends sent him a feather, and then of course he takes I think the way it works out is he takes the 4th feather from his fiancée because they send him the flowers because because of his cowardice. They assume he quit because he was afraid, but he's not really afraid. He just has doubts. Okay, so he's not a coward. He just has doubts, and he didn't want to endanger his men by being wishy-washy. So he resigned his commission. Of course, they sent him the three feathers, and then he gets the fourth feather from his fiancee, who he kind of assumes that she feels the same way, and he takes that one. So that's hence the title, the Four Feathers. And then when he finds out that his friends and their regiment has been captured, and so he basically makes his way over there to try to save them. And it's a really good story about heroes and true honor and stuff. And it's a really good movie. I love this movie. Now the one with Heath Ledger is not as great as this one. This one I saw on cable and I really loved it. So that's Criterion. Four Feathers, really good. And then we have Chloe, Julianne Moore, Liam Neeson, and Amanda Seyfried. I love Amanda Seyfried and Julianne Moore. Anyway, about a wife who suspects her husband is having an affair. So so basically she hires Chloe to test him. Okay, and then it becomes complicated when she becomes involved with Chloe as well. Okay, and then we have, of course, Rain Man, Tom Cruise, Dustin Hoffman. Love this movie. Okay, what's his face name? This right? Yeah, Barry Levinson, about a brother who finds out that he has an older brother that's not an idiot savant, but I think he is sort of an idiot savant. Dustin Hoffman in this, and he's really good in that. And both Tom Cruise. And we have Red Riding Hood. I got this because of Amanda Seyfried, about the Red Riding Hood tale, and I got to watch this. I haven't watched this yet. Okay, and I only got it. Reason I got this for Amanda Seyfried. And then we have the Bourne Legacy, the fourth movie in the Bourne series. And this movie the movie disappointed me because they make this. It could have been so much better than it was. And like the part that I'm going to spoil this, that pisses me off, that they send this guy actor, Aaron Cross, to eliminate him. Then they say, oh, this guy's completely off the grid. We're going to send him to get Aaron Cross. This guy's completely off the grid. He's off top. But the guy, they didn't even have a fight in the movie. You thought it was going to be this big setup for them, the climax for them to have this big, intense fight, but they don't have a fight. Okay, in fact, the guy that's supposed to be this so badass that's off the grid and everything else, he gets killed when the girl basically kicks him off the bike. Okay, and he crashed into a wall, and it's really stupid. Okay, and I heard they're supposed to be making another part, and then the movie ends abruptly, really stupid. Okay, but I heard they're making a sequel, so hopefully they'll get it right this time. Okay, then we have Men in Black 3, which is a nice improvement over the second part. This is the Steelbook from Best Buy. Okay, and then we have another thing from Best Buy, Amazing Spider-Man. This is the 3D version and the Blu Ray DVD Steelbook. Love that, Amazing Spider-Man, and looking forward to the sequel. Okay. Okay, and then we have Hunger Games. This is the Steelbook from the Hunger Games. Okay, love that movie and love the sequel. Catching Fire, and then we have Jurassic Park. I got this from Australia as well. I think I got this in a trade with Spielberg 23769 DVD, or I won it in a contest. I forget, but that's the Steelbook. And then we have, of course, Snow White and the Huntsman. This is the Steelbook, Best Buy exclusive. Okay, I ordered that. Love Charlize Theron in this. She's really, really good in there as the evil queen. Then we have Cool Hand Luke. What we have here, son, is a failure to communicate. Then we have the Bourne movies, the real good ones, with Matt Damon. Okay. The Bourne Identity. The Bourne Supremacy. And the Bourne Ultimatum. Okay, there we go. And then we have Jingle All the Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I saw this movie. It was okay. I mean, the son was a complete brat in this movie. Okay, I really felt for Arnold. Okay, then we have The Lookout. Okay, a really good movie of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jeff Daniels, Matthew Good, and Alcel Fisher, about this kid that's like he's on track to be like a hockey star and stuff, and then he has an accident, and I think the night of graduation, and he can't remember, and then I think a girl gets killed, and he can't, and it messes him up mentally, so he can't really. He has to write everything down because he can't remember anything. He can't remember anything. He has, I think it's no short-term memory. That's what it is. I think that's the term for it. And basically has to write everything down, and he gets roped into this heist because he works in a bank, and it's really, really good. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And then, of course, this is the last. This is the Three Stooges, the remake, which actually was pretty decent. The actors who played the Stooges were really good in this. Okay, and it wasn't the best movie, but it was decent, and I enjoyed that because I'm a big Stooge fan. So, and Like I said, the actors they got to play the Stooges were okay, and plus Kate Upton is in that, looking incredibly hot in that movie. Anyway, that's my collection update number 13. Okay, and I'll probably upload this video in the morning because I'm going to bed right now. No, I'll probably let's just render while I'm sleeping. Well, I probably won't do it while I'm sleeping because this thing will make a lot of noise. But I'll probably upload this in the morning. Okay, because technically right now it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to try to get 4 hours of sleep or something so I can be refreshed for tomorrow for the Super Bowl. Anyway, let me know what you think of my titles, and I rambled on way too much. Okay, in this video. So again, I got I got 2 shelves left. So okay, hopefully I can get through those tomorrow, and that'll be the end of my collection videos. And then what I'm going to do is probably do a Q&A video. Probably I'll do that tomorrow. I'll probably make that, well, technically tomorrow. Later today, I'll probably put the video up, and you can ask me questions. I haven't done one of those in a while, and I'll have my boys with me doing that. And so I'll just leave the video probably up for a week, and just you put any question you want. If I have to do 2, 3 videos to answer every question, I'll do that. Okay. Again, so let me know what you think of these titles. Okay, and I'm getting ready to go to bed. Okay, and thank you for watching. And feel free to leave questions down below. And thank you for watching all of my collection. For those who stuck around for it, I didn't imagine it to be this long, but it is what it is. Okay, and this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.